Well, people, it's taken me a while, but I finally got to one of the hottest stories of the week. And I appreciate you guys emailing me and being patient with me. I'm gonna try to get some sleep tonight, but it is 12:35 a.m. on the 9th. The 9th. Today is Wednesday morning. I'm burning the midnight oil. I've been writing all day, getting things done. And man says son was stabbed in the heart at high school track meet, died in twins' arms. I'm sure the majority of you all heard about this story. It happened on April 2nd of 2025. Let me say this from the outset. Don't you dare believe everything that you hear. Don't you dare. These are the most critical times in America's history. I know something, and I'm not gonna say, but I'm gonna show you enough to make you think. And then you'll understand why I told you, don't you believe everything that you hear. I've been warning on my channel. The powers are preparing for one of the greatest upheavals of social distraction and social disorder since the Civil War. And events such like this, where allegedly a young black kid stabbed a young white kid. The only reason I'm saying allegedly is because it hasn't gone through court. Okay? Because a person is innocent until proven guilty. But understand this. There are witnesses around who said it happened, and it looks like it happened. And I've also heard and read reports that the suspect has confessed. I am deliberately not getting involved in the legal aspect or the racial aspect. Because again, I know something. When God speaks to you and he shows you certain things, I have learned there are certain things that have to be kept sealed. God many times reveals things to me as an addition, so to speak, to get me to understand the fullness and the depthness as to what's going on. So as I present this to you, again, understand, do not be a tool in the hands of the powers, because this situation, as well as other situations that are going to happen between now and possibly midsummer, they have a plan to throw us in turmoil. I believe with all my heart. Now, a high school student is facing a murder charge after Fresno police say he fatally stabbed a student during a confrontation at a high school track meet on Wednesday morning. Now, this was last week, right? Last Wednesday, the 2nd of April. It's deep, people. Let me just get with it. Police confirmed to NBC5 that they were called to the track meet at 10 a.m. They found out that a 17-year-old stabbed another 17-year-old. People, I'm just going to interject this. We are going to see a Julius Caesar stabbing moment. If you don't know what I'm talking about, read the history of how Julius Caesar died. I've been warning you guys, and I've been screaming from the mountaintops. This is not an accident, in my humble opinion. Fresno police said that despite life-saving measures by police and fire personnel, including CPR and the administration of blood, the teenager died. Okay? God be with him. God keep him. My condolences to family. There's his father. Okay? That's the basics of it. Basically, they were at a high school track meet with over 100 contestants. One person walked up while other person was sitting, and words were exchanged. Depending on what you read, there was some pushing, and the guy pulled out a knife out his book bag. It's crazy. It's crazy. This is him. He's got a twin brother. Here's another follow-up. Karmelo Anthony's family breaks silence, heartbroken over fatal stabbing of Frisco student. Now, in case I didn't do it, because like I said, I'm still shaken by this, the first person who died, this is the father right here, Jeff Metcalf, okay? And Metcalf said his son didn't know the student who attacked him, and that Austin's twin brother, Hunter, was nearby when the confrontation took place. So the child that died, his name was Austin. Okay? Austin Metcalf. He's the victim. He's the one who died. The one who did the stabbing, his name is Karmelo Anthony. He's in prison. All right. I want to bring everybody up to speed. I just can't assume everybody knows about the story. He's in jail with a $1 million bond. Again, he's 17 years old. And they're still doing investigations. There's the victim, Austin Metcalf. Peace be unto him, and condolences. Now, there are some things to this story that I will release to you because at my age, at 66 years old, I am a former journalist. I'm programmed to think a certain way. I also have the gift of the discernment of the 5 C's of clues, codes, colors, confirmation, time, and conclusion. And I want to share that with you. Now, before I do that, I want to show you these videos, starting with his dad's plea to not let this become a racial issue.
I want to clarify something right off the start because I've already heard some rumors and gossip. This was not a race thing, and this is not a political thing. Please do not comment if you do not know what happened. Do not turn this into a racial thing. It was not. Do not politicize this. It's not. This is a human being thing. This person made a bad choice, and it affected both his family and my family forever.
This is Jeff Met.
Now that's the father of the victim. Now we're going to hear from his twin brother. Listen to his statement as he witnessed the situation and his brother died in his arms.
As he died. So really unfortunate. Let's watch this.
There was this kid, before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting under our tent at the track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." And he's like, "Make me move." Also grabbed his backpack. The kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest. So.
Now, again, there are other reports that talk about how the victim did touch him and shove him. And it was like pause in between, like a dare. Again, I don't want to get too deep because I don't want people to get caught up in the emotion of what a white kid did versus a black kid. Trust me, when I get through showing you what I'm showing you, you're going to understand why, okay? Don't get caught up in this thing because that's where the powers want us. That's exactly where they want us. Now, there's going to be a verdict. I don't know when. Depending on what the verdict is, and depending on how this system runs this thing, it could make it bad socially for us, either this summer or whenever. I want you to understand what I'm saying. So far, they're saying that the assailant, let me show you, make sure we get everybody right. Karmelo Anthony, the assailant, the black kid, so far what they're saying is he's going to get between 5 years to 99 years. If you take 5 from 99, you get 94. The 94th day of the year is April 4th. That's 4-4. Barack Obama was born. Barack Obama was the 44th president. I want you to understand how I'm looking at this thing, okay? That it's being coded, okay? All right, now I'm gonna show you some pictures right quick. Here's some pictures of the victim. He's in red and black. You know red and black means sacrifice. You guys have been with me for a while, okay? Now, look at the back. Look at those tables. Do you see the formation of the X? Do you see that? To me, that's called speaking without speaking. See that X? Red and black is like death and sacrifice. I've done a ton of videos. It doesn't mean the colors are bad. You can wear the colors. You can wear the colors. I'm just saying, understand the power of speaking symbology. I don't know when the photograph was taken. I'm asking, is this a coincidence? He's in red and black. Flowers speak. And you got the X's in the background in the design. Why do flowers speak? JFK's wife, the day that he was shot to death, remember, his wife received roses. George Floyd, the day that he died, his girlfriend was in the grocery store with him. She had on a black t-shirt with roses on it. Death, it speaks. Now look at this here. This is at the track meet. You see the two colors, red and like a yellow? Ra colors, the sun god Ra. And here you got the background, red and black. That could be death. See these two colors? Sun god Ra. In other words, could a sacrifice be coming? Just put it out there. Now here's Karmelo Anthony, the one who killed him, allegedly. Just saying allegedly because I'm not getting into the legal, okay? See the background like a blue, like that Tiffany blue from where Phoenicians. And here's the father of the victim. He's there. And look, there's a star on his door. Star. I'll just put it out there. Luke 10:18 talks about a fallen star. Am I right? Okay. Akhenaten, I believe the modern day Akhenaten is Barack Obama. Akhenaten was the 10th ruler of the 18th dynasty. 1018 is just like Luke 10:18, lightning falling from the heavens, the star. Do you understand? So to me, I look at that as symbolic. Okay, now I gotta go further because I got some deep stuff to show you. I gotta build up. Listen.
Welcome and thank you for joining us for the second half hour, The Factor Uncensored. It's been nearly a week since 17-year-old Austin Metcalf was killed after being stabbed at a track meet, and now there are racial tensions surrounding his death. Some on social media comparing his death to George Floyd's. Karmelo Anthony.
Did you hear that? This is what I'm trying to tell you. You see how I'm guiding you through this? Because this just came out today, an hour ago. An hour ago. People, they're going to build this thing up racial. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now. Be careful.
And now there are racial tensions surrounding his death. Some on social media comparing his death to George Floyd's. Karmelo Anthony, the suspect there, is now charged with first-degree murder and being held on a $1 million bond. According to witnesses and the police report, Metcalf got into an argument with the suspect over a seating dispute in the bleachers. There's some speculation over Metcalf's death. Metcalf has been accused of being a bully. Only accused. His death has also led to the term White Lives Matter to trend on X. One user even wearing a shirt with the phrase on it, "In support of Austin Metcalf." Anthony's attorney has released a statement saying, quote, "Karmelo and the entire Anthony family."
See how that works? See that? You got people wearing these t-shirts now, according to this.
Wearing a shirt with the phrase on it.
White Lives Matter. Do you understand what I'm saying, people? They're trying to brew it. Now watch this. I'm going to show you some more pictures. Here's another picture of the victim. I don't know when this was taken, but look at it and look in it. X. Do you see what I'm saying? X'd. X means I'm taking you out or I'm crossing you out. Do you see that? And it's in black and white, like black and white. Like the checkerboard, playing both sides. Those how the powers play on Earth's chessboard. You understand? Look at the X. Is this coincidence? And look, the upside down like the pyramids. The pyramids were in Egypt. Do you understand? Do you understand? Okay, so we're on the same page. Now look at this. This is the stadium where the murder happened at. Or self-defense, whatever they're going to come up with. Notice the sunrise. Remember I told you, Ra, the sun god, the colors we saw earlier, red and yellow. See the sunrise? Sunrise, like the golden age, okay? I just want to throw all this at you, okay? Now let's go further because I got some deeper stuff to show. Remember the guy said, he's comparing it to George Floyd. This time it was a black person killing a white person as opposed to a white police officer killing a black person. George Floyd's death was 5/25 of 2020. Okay? Take 5/25 of 2020, subtract it from the day of the incident at the track meet where a young white kid died, 4/2/2025. The difference is 4/4/4/4. Look at that. 4 years, 44, and 4. Barack Obama was the 44th president. Why we have all these 4s? It's deep. I want you to see it. Because this is sacrifice. Remember he had on red and black? The powers want a race war. Understand. Understand what they're doing. Because the Antichrist needs this race war. Now watch this. I broke part of the George Floyd caper before, allegedly. I've been doing this ever since it started. Watch.
George Floyd. That's his death date, May 25th.
You're going to see me take George Floyd's license plate off his car, and you're going to see the birth date of the police officer who killed him. I'm going to say by accident, just going to keep it like that. You're going to see the birth date on George Floyd's license plate. Watch this.
This is him, the vehicle.
See a license plate? JRB. JRB. Could that be Joseph Robinette Biden? And then it says 026. Watch.
JRB. Allegedly, Joseph Robinette Biden. 026. 026. Check 26.
The license plate 26 of 2025
2025.
versus 525, George Floyd's death date. Look.
From 525, his death date of 2025, you get 319.
The difference is 319. Now watch this.
What is 319? Remember him?
Derek Chauvin's birthday is 319. Ain't that deep? I took the license plate and subtracted it from the day that George Floyd died and came up with Derek Chauvin's birthday. What are the odds? And you think I trust everything I see on TV, baby? Come on, man. You know that's a mathematical improbability that would happen. Let me go forward. Now, the kid that everybody said, and again, I don't get into legal, but 99.9% of people believe that this kid killed that white kid. This black kid, his name is Karmelo Anthony. They said he killed that white boy, right? Now watch this. Watch this. There was a basketball player named Karmelo Anthony. Look at his birthday, May 29th, 1984. Take May 29th, 1984, subtract it from the date that the event happened on 4/2/2025. The difference is 40 years, but it's 44 weeks. Barack Obama was the 44th president. Ain't that deep? But check this out. Have you heard of this guy before? Ralph Metcalf. Ralph Metcalf, Chicago-based track star and politician. Again, look. Ralph Metcalf, the Chicago-based track star and politician. His birthday is also May 29th. May 29th. Just like Karmelo Anthony. Why did I dig him up? Because I knew him. I knew him. He's from Chicago. He died. Look at his birthday, May 29th, just like Karmelo Anthony. What are the odds that the kid who killed this white kid, his name is Karmelo Anthony, and we got a basketball player named Karmelo Anthony, and the kid who died, his last name is Metcalf. The kid who died, his last name is Metcalf. And here's a Ralph Metcalf. And what do they have in common? They were at a track meet when the white kid got stabbed. Guess what? Ralph Metcalf was a track star. And I knew him. See him? He was a track star. And he got the same birthday as Karmelo Anthony. If you think I'm joking that I knew him, look, November 17th, 1978, I wrote an article about his death. Now that Metcalf's gone, friend shot Pearson. I am the only YouTuber that can bring you these type of receipts. I wrote an article about Ralph H. Metcalf. Ralph H. Metcalf, congressman. I wrote about his death, November 17th, 1978. Now that Metcalf's gone. You see my name there? This is for the Christian Citizen newspaper I worked for back in the day. The Christian Citizen newspaper. It's deep, ain't it? I told you I had some stuff for you. Now look, He died. Where is this at? I don't have the exact date. I lost it. Anyway, he died in 1978. I don't have the exact date. He died in 1978. That's why you see this as 1978. Okay? So there's my receipts. But look at the dates. This gentleman, May 29th. But that ain't all. His birthday is May 29th, and his last name is Metcalf. The guy who got stabbed to death, his name was Metcalf. The guy who did the stabbing, his name is Karmelo Anthony. And there's a Karmelo Anthony who's a basketball player. Both of them got May 29th. But that ain't all. Watch this. That's his birthday, May 29th, 1910, verses 4/2/2025. The incident, we still got 44, like Barack Obama. Ralph Metcalf. Ralph Metcalf, a former track star. Ralph Metcalf, a former track star and congressman, and Jesse Jackson. And there was civil rights, and Jesse Jackson, a civil rights activist and politician, became allies against Richard J. Daley, the mayor. So Reverend Jesse Jackson and Ralph Metcalf, they was tight. They was allies. I worked under Jesse Jackson back in the day. I told you guys that back in the day. There it is. That's when it was Operation Push. My mother worked there, and on Saturday, I was the youth minister. I used to give speeches there and read poetry there on Saturday mornings back in the day. My birthday is October 9th. I believe Jesse's is October 8th. We used to celebrate our birthdays there at Operation Push on the south side of Chicago. That's my history. This is how I knew Ralph Metcalf. I knew this man. And like I said, I wrote an article about him when he died. That's my history with him. They all got the same birthday. Now check this out. Look who else got the same birthday. JFK, May 29th. I know it's crazy, ain't it? Karmelo Anthony, May 29th. Ralph Metcalf, May 29th. JFK, May 29th. What do you think this stabbing is about? If JFK is Trump's favorite president, and I've been calling Trump the modern day Julius Caesar, it's gotta be about Trump. It's a mathematical improbability to have three men with the same birthday, May 29th. I know you're pulling your hair out. May 29th, 2024, subtracted from the event, force 2, the difference is 44 again. JFK, it comes out to 44 too. Look at that. Then look, Texas was officially became part of the United States, December 29th. This is what incident happened. December 29th, Texas was founded. Take December 29th, 2025 anniversary, subtracted from the date of the incident happened, 4/2. The difference is 8/4. What is 8/4? Barack Obama's birthday is August 4th. Then look, 4/2, 2025, day of the incident, subtracted from Trump's next birthday, 6/14. The difference is 74. America was founded July 4th. It's about the demise of America and guess who else? I hope I did justice to this thing. Ain't it deep? Please support the channel. Please share this thing. Nobody else is going to have this but you. Nobody's going to have it but you. Please support the channel. My name is Franchot Pearson. Just go to my page and click on my portrait and then go to more. I have Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, and PayPal. Thank you. God bless.